If a woman lets you touch this specific area, she's yours. Now, before you scoff and think it's just a marketing ploy, pay close attention. This is about changing how you interpret women's signals. There's a specific part of a woman's body that acts as a veritable emotional radar. When she lets you touch her, she's not just giving you physical contact, she's quietly giving herself to you psychologically. I'm Sally, and as a woman and an expert on attraction, I can tell you exactly what goes through our minds when we let a man get too close. And we're not talking about silly jokes or deceptive games. This is the stark, unvarnished truth about what we women truly feel but never admit. This is the harsh reality. A woman's body is divided into a hierarchy of trust zones. Think of them as emotional doors. Every time a woman opens one of these doors, she is making a conscious decision about your place in her life. Well, she's the one who decides whether you're being respectful or too familiar. It's not a rational process. It's pure emotion. The problem is that most men don't understand this delicate language. They think a touch on the shoulder is the same as a touch on the face, and that holding her hand is the same emotionally as letting her run her fingers through her hair, because they don't really grasp what's going on around them. Many men miss their chance without realizing it. Today, I'm going to explain in detail every area of her body. I'll show you what each area tells you when it points at you. And finally, I'll show you that special spot that, when you touch it, tells you something her mouth doesn't dare utter yet. But first, a quick warning. If you take this as evidence of seduction, you're mistaken before you even begin. Touch doesn't work that way. Let's get straight to the point. For women, touch isn't just a physical sensation. It's chemical, neurological, and emotional. When a man touches us, our brains don't simply register that contact. They analyze your needs and energy levels, and whether you feel threatened or safe. All of this happens in fractions of a second and without our conscious awareness. A study from DePaul University showed that people can identify emotions like love, empathy, and desire with up to 60% accuracy through touch. And guess who's best at this? Yes, women. Our nervous systems are highly attuned to the logic behind every movement. So when you touch a woman, you're not just touching her hand, you're sensing her thoughts, her feelings, her confidence, or even her despair. It all travels through your skin. And now here's a secret that will change everything. It's not just about where you touch, but how you touch. A woman might not feel a spark when a man touches her arm, while another man might send a jolt through her body when he touches the same spot. The difference lies in the masculine energy behind the movement. Let's look at the wiring map. Level 1, arms and shoulders. This is a neutral zone. If she lets you touch her here, it simply means she's saying, okay, you're not a threat. Don't mistake this for attraction. It's a simple test. She's gauging how she handles this kind of touch before deciding whether to move on. Hands and wrists are the second stage. This is where intimacy begins to ignite. Hands are tools of expression. When she lets you hold her hand, you're exercising a kind of control. The wrist is more vulnerable to touch. Think about it. Thin skin, exposed wrist. If she doesn't pull her hand away, she's showing you her trust. Level 3, the waist and lower back. This is a sensitive area. We can't see who we're touching there, so it takes a deep, innate trust to allow this. When she approaches your touch instead of moving away, she appreciates your physical presence and protection. Step 4, the neck and face. You are now in a sensitive area. The neck is biologically sensitive. Allowing someone to touch it is a sign of early trust. The face is her core. When she lets you touch her face, she reveals her true self. But it goes beyond that. Psychological barriers completely crumble. This is self-evident. The last thing that should give a woman emotional freedom is her hair. For us, hair is more than just a pretty face. It's our identity, our femininity, our emotional expression. We touch our hair when we're anxious, curious, flirtatious, or trying to regulate our emotions. When a woman allows a man to touch her hair, something happens subconsciously. She relinquishes control over something she usually controls herself. She's literally showing you signs of her femininity. The key isn't just allowing her to, but her reaction. Whether she tilts her head, closes her eyes for a moment, sighs without expressing affection, or smiles without genuinely smiling, it's not a conscious choice. It's her nervous system entering a state of complete security. This is a chemical handshake, not a rational one. But listen carefully. This touch only works if it's a natural consequence of the trust you've already built. It can't be a violation. Flirting is so powerful because it only works when trust, respect, and authenticity have been established. The truth is simple. Physical contact isn't the way to win. Quiet dialogue is. When a woman responds positively, her body is telling you that you've already broken through the necessary barriers. If this interests you, subscribe to the channel. In the following video, I'll explain the signs a woman shows when she's sexually attracted to you but tries to hide it. Signs that indicate she literally cannot control herself.